C'est Something TV.
Subscribe.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ìkànnì wa. Àsìkò bí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ kò kù ní bàjẹ́ agbára Elédùmarè. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ sọ́sídì tí ìjọba tá a ṣe dìbò yàn èyàn Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tí wọ́n yọ, tí ó di pé ó di yánpọnyánni sí Nàìjíríà, tó di pé àwọn elépo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń fi owó kún epo wọn. Àwọn oníkáràkátà, onímọ́rúwá, ọlọ́kadà àti mọ́tò náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi owó kún owó tí wọ́n ń gbé mọ́tò wọn láti ìletò kan sí ìletò kejì. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ààrẹ yìí tá a dìbò yàn yìí, ẹ̀yin Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, wọ́n sọ nínú campaign wọn kó tó di pé a dìbò yàn wọ́n wípé ọ̀rọ̀ nípa sọ́sídì àwọn ò yọ tá a bá di ààrẹ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ máa rí, ẹ wo fọ́nrán yìí.
No matter how long you protest, we are going to remove subsidy. That is the truth. That is the truth. Unless you don't, and I'm going to win this election. I'm going to win this election. I'm going to win this election.
Ẹ ti rí, wọ́n làwọn máa sọ́sídì ńgbà náà pé káwọn Nàìjíríà kó dìbò fáwọn. Àṣebẹ́yà dìbò fún wọn. Àwọn wọlé tàì wọlé ọjọ́ kejì wọ́n yọ sọ́sídì kó lórí epo. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yìí sọ nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá wọn lẹ́rù wò nínú àwọn akọ̀ròyìn, abẹ́ fi yé wa pé sọ́sídì tí àwọn yọ yìí torí mẹ̀kúnnù tó aráàlú ni àwọn fi yọ. Wípé àwọn kan ni wọ́n wà ní agbọnni nǹkan yìí tí wọ́n ń jẹ mùkúmùkú tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀. Pé táwọn ò bá yọ, àwọn tí ń jẹ nǹkan ọ̀hún wọ́n mọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú àti mọ̀ jẹ lọ. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé bàbá ìnìkan kọ́ ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ nípa sọ́sídì? Nígbà tí wọ́n ń campaign lọ́wọ́, Peter Obi tó jẹ́ olùdíje nínú ẹgbẹ́ Labour Party nígbà náà, tóun àti Bọ́lá Ahmed àti ẹnìkejì olùkú wọn lọ́jọ́ contest, àwọn náà sọ nípa sọ́sídì. Kí làwọn sọ́sídì nígbà náà? Kí ni wọ́n wí nípa sọ́sídì? Ẹ wò ó.
Sir, our question has to do with the issue of removal of fuel subsidy. Considering that this current administration has said that by June 2023, the subsidy will be removed, is it going to be your priority in your first 100 days in office? How sustainable is subsidy to the Nigerian economy? Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Well, they have removed it. That's what they've done. But I can assure you, it will go immediately. Subsidy, I've said it before, is organized crime. And I cannot allow it to stay a day longer. What they're telling you is not what it is. Half of the subsidy that is being, what is being mentioned is not subsidy. First is that we consume the quantity that is not supposed to be consumed here. We are the same population with Pakistan. They consume below 50% of what we consume. So the first half, I will remove it and give those people who are drinking it water, because that's what they're supposed to drink, so we can save the money. Two, we will deal with the other remaining issue. We need the money today with our debts. We need the money to be able to invest in a critical social development issues. Look at this year's budget. This year's budget, education, which is the highest since this government came, is about 2 trillion. Health, which is the highest since this government came, is about 1.5 trillion. Then infrastructure, which is road and everything, is about 1 trillion. So these three critical development areas is receiving 4.5 trillion. subsidy is 3.6 trillion.
Six.
No, half year.
Oh, like, okay.
Half year, 3.6. So if it's full year, it's about 7 trillion. Which country will invest more in subsidy than education and health and even roads? It doesn't make sense. This is the annual budget of education is 2 trillion. Annual budget of health is 1.5. Road infrastructure 1, and subsidy half year is 3.6. It will go immediately.
Ìgẹ̀rí Peter Obi wọ́n ní subsidy pé crime ni. Subsidy is a crime being used by set of people in the aims of manipulating, embezzle and looting government raw materials. Based on my own little understanding, bó ṣe yé mi sí àti báwọn náà ti sọ. Wọ́n ní subsidy yìí pé táwọn ò bá yọ, àwọn kan náà wà ní agbọ́nni nǹkan ọ̀hún tí wọ́n ń kó owó ọ̀hún tí wọ́n ń kó jọ. Kì í sáà nìkan náà sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ o. Bàbá wa Àtíkù náà sọ̀rọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n campaign. Ẹ̀gbọ́n táwọn náà sọ.
Let's talk about your manifesto. Looks like the subject of removal of subsidy is conspicuously absent in that manifesto. Is this an oversight? Even if it is not.
It's not an oversight, but I thought Nigerians have now come to accept my position on the issue, of subsidy removal. Recall that when I was vice president, we had designed subsidy removal in 4 stages. And I was the chairman of subsidy removal committee. At that time, I worked very, very closely with former Governor Adams Oshimole, who was then president of the NLC. And we removed subsidy phase 1, phase 2. And by phase 2, by the time we finished phase 2, we had left office. We expected the next PDP government under late Umaru Yar'Adua to continue with the phase 2 and phase 3. That would have ended the issue of subsidy. But unfortunately, the policy got stuck. For one reason or the other, I don't know, because I had left the government. So I think it is inevitable that it has to happen, but it has also to be accompanied. And if you recall what we did in phase 1 and phase 2, the NLC made the demands on the issue of transportation, on the issue of allowances, increase in wages, which we all met. And then we removed phase 1 and phase 2. So I believe through negotiations again with the organized labor and also other sectors of the economy, that policy should resume and be completed.
Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́? Ṣé bọ́tà àwọn náà wí nípa subsidy? Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ lè tán, làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ NLC ni wọ́n ní àwọn fún ìjọba ní ojú ọ̀sẹ̀ kan wípé kán fi dá subsidy padà nítorí pé orí ń ta àwọn, ara ń ni àwọn, owó táwọn ń lò táwọn fi ra nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wọ́n. Pé bí wọ́n bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá di ọjọ́ Monday, àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìdásẹ́dúró káàkiri àgbáyé, èyùn ọ̀la tó jẹ́ ọjọ́ Monday, báwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ strike èyùn àwọn ASUU káàkiri àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí.
The NLC decided that if by Wednesday next week that the NNPC, a private limited liability company that illegally announced a price regime in the oil sector, refuses to revert itself for negotiation to continue, that the Nigerian Labour Congress and all its affiliates will withdraw their services and commence protests nationwide until this is complied with, and that NNPC doesn't have the monopoly to act illegally, even as a private company. The NLC NEC therefore directed all state councils and all industrial unions to commence mobilization from this moment to make sure that this action is enforced. Thank you.
ẹ ti gbọ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó jẹ́ ààrẹ Nàìjíríà wọ́n sọ pé sọ́sìdì táwọn yọ yìí torí ìgbà ìgbádùn aráàlú ni àwọn NLC wọ́n ní kó dá sọ́sìdì padà pé ara ní àwọn orí ń tà wọ́n. ẹjọ́ tó rọ Ọlọ́run ta ló ń tàn wá ṣé ààrẹ ní ń tàn wá ni àbí àwọn NLC gẹ́gẹ́ ló yẹ pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ jẹ lóye kan gbọ́n. nígbà tí ààrẹ àná yún Buhari tó fowó kún epo ńgbà náà tó tó mọ́ fowó kún epo láìsí pé yọ sọ́sídì ǹjẹ́ a rántí ṣe kò tí pẹ́ ṣe mọ̀ pé ààrẹ kankan náà àwọn activist yẹn àwọn àjàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn tó jáde ipò kan tí ààrẹ ṣe ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó ẹ̀wà lẹ́fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ strike báyìí ní ọ̀la Monday.
And all industrial unions to commence mobilization from this moment to make sure that this action is enforced.
Nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ?